What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap for August 20 today. Today we took some shorts to the downside. Very nice price action, very aggressive selling off the rip. But before we get into our trade review, let's get into the market context. So, looking at the market, we were ranging for the past couple days, and we finally saw a breakout in that range. As you can see here, we had a nice trend day yesterday, and today I was sort of expecting that same sort of move, but I did want to see a retest up before. But either works. As you can see in the pre-market, we were seeing some weak signs of buying. You can see they slowly faded, and we just had that rip off the market open. We also have this 20-day moving average over here where we need to retest. As you can see, we did bounce off this with the 5-day, and we're just here to retest. We could see some retest down over here to the bottom Bollinger in the big time frame. Not saying it'll happen instantly, but for bigger picture trades. But as of now, we could probably trade within this range, and maybe if not lower, depending on what we have on Friday. Depends what Powell wants to do. So yeah, moving forward, we're gonna review our meta trade today. So as I mentioned off the rip, we did see some aggressive selling. So this indicated a nice downside for me and a nice opportunity for me to enter shorts. So my entry here was a really early morning entry after a quick aggressive flush around 9:38. Um, as you can see here, we have some low volume on this pullback here, this buyer low volume. So we expected sellers to kick in momentarily, and which is why I entered around here. We could have a nice entry up here, but there was no confirmation yet. As you can see, really nice buying. It is low volume as well, but it was nice to see some confirmation after this this red candle. But before we get into that, as you see on the daily time frame, we do have some big earning gap that we needed to fill. Unfortunately, we didn't fill all of it today, but we were aware of that and took profits beforehand. First key level over here was around the 738, which is just pretty much where market was rejecting, and there's probably nice buyers sitting around this level if we did come back and retest. So we did take profits around there. Uh, Unfortunately, we missed out on this extra last leg piece, which probably would have netted our day today to around 200%, even more because of the velocity of the candles afterwards, after this level here. As you can see, the volume picked up a lot, especially this candle right here at 950. Um, During this moment when the candles just push in one direction instantly, the option contract actually gained more value. It's pretty much just how options work, and it's something you need to take advantage of, which is why the morning trades are very good because momentum is always on your side, so you can always see these vicious moves. With that being said, you also gotta be in mind um, your stop losses will be the same. So you gotta be very careful and cautious. It does come with a double-sided sword, but it is what it is. We only take high quality setups, and if it's something we don't like, then we won't take, right? So yeah, that pretty much sums up for meta today. We did see some other trades alongside with the chip stocks being Nvidia and AMD. As you can see here, AMD we've just been rejecting off this highs, all-time high off the top Bollinger Band, and as you can see, the 5-day is trending down to meet the 20-day moving average. So with today's context of SPY and QQQs dumping really hard, we did see a nice fill to break higher here on AMD. So there was a nice short opportunity. You could have played this opening range low here for a retest, continuation down, but if not, we did see this opportunity here just at this 162 level on this up close candle slash order block. Really nice trade. This trade here, as you can see, doesn't look like a as big as this drop here, but believe it or not, this fill here and down here would have netted you around the same amount of profits entering throughout here, because once again the velocity of the candles, as the candles move strong with price action, um the contracts just prices gets jacked up with volatility, right? So your profits become a lot more significant, which is really a nice blessing in trading options. This is something we can't get in trading futures, as it is fixed. However, there is downsides to this, as there's time decay and etc. But our trades are mostly done within the morning. So yeah, looking into Nvidia, we also saw the same setup. A nice 5-minute opening range low retest. As you can see, this 174 level. This 174 first 5-minute range break and retest level for a nice continuation downside. As you can see here, candles went straight down, and same thing here again. This move here was probably equivalent to something like this, just because of how quick it dropped. Although over here this was a vicious one, so maybe not in this case, but you get the idea. On that, after that, market did end up recovering, and as you can see, it did bounce up off that same level around these areas where buyers tried showing strength but failed. As you can see, boom, boom. First initial rejection, come back on this level. So today was relatively a nice, straightforward, easy day to trade. But this is not something we see every day, so it's not the highest probability trade to take each time. But when you know it is a good day and you can execute flawlessly on days like this, I'd say to go for it. But other than that, I'd say to always just take your high quality trades that you're happy with and consistent with, because days like these will probably get people thinking the market is really easy. And guess what? In the next couple days or next week, the market condition changes, and boom, all of a sudden, all your strategy and thoughts might not work as well, because market is chopping. So you also got to take in account to that. As you can see here, we're just not blindly just trading a ticker. We're also looking for relative weakness and weakness in the market in general, as we saw SPY here. So we combine thoughts and look for stuff to boost our probability for our trade. That pretty much wraps it for today. Look forward to see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.